Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. So for this video, I figured I would review something that's a movie that's in the lines of a superhero kind of a thing. I guess something to be specific. Yes, of course, it's going to be low budget, it's going to be fairly obscured, and it's a blast from the past. Something I would typically review anyway, so here we go, I guess. And it's a Japanese movie this time around. The Golden Bat. So this is one of these things I've been meaning to talk about anyway. So yeah, it's this live action superhero type of thing that was released in the year 1966. So yeah, it's supposed to be an adaptation of a manga. And okay, which I never read by the way. I didn't read the source material, so I'm just gonna review this as a movie, and that's about it. So of course things are about to get rather crazy, rather odd. Just why not? Might as well just get creative with it, I suppose, while you're at it. So yes, despite the fact that the comic book superhero genre isn't really my cup of tea, really, at all, yet here I am again talking about some superhero comic book related stuff. All right, whatever, guess. Anyway, as usual, I do have to talk about the plot, so let's get into it, shall we? So here we go. Anywho, as I was saying, yes, there's this young boy who has this kind of hobby. Of course, when it comes to our space, just the observation of our space, and notices that the planet is on a collision course with Earth. So, okay, gets pretty damn dramatic right off the bat. Soon, he gets taken away by the men wearing black suits and black sunglasses, who are the members of this Pearl laboratory, and that's supposed to be like a secret agency kind of a thing. Their boss offers him to become a member of their group, because of course, and yes, things get pretty crazy, quite obviously. There was this research place that's supposed to be this building at a super destructive ray cannon does a thing, of course. Let's say destroys this place. So things get pretty wide in some ways. Let's put it that way. But yes, the main character is supposed to be this kind of superhero type character. The superhero character does come in quite obviously, and that's the thing is that there's supposed to be this ancient type people that have risen at the source of Japan, where scientists find the message, and let's just say that things get become pretty complicated, of course. And there's this whole bit with a vampire kind of a thing, who only whom can stop the giant asteroid set on closing course on Earth. But yes, would this work out? Would they succeed in doing so? What they're trying to do here? So yeah, like I was saying, things get rather wild, of course. Yeah, and yeah, they're trying to make it seem exciting. I'm gonna say they, the people who made this. This is a really obscured film, folks. And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, it's not super popular really, but that's okay. I tend to watch this type of movies anyway. I mean, it may not be the super trendy type of thing, but I don't care. As long as I want to do what I want, as long as I do what I want, it's fine. It's whatever. Anyway, but in the grand scheme of things, I can definitely say is that this is just one of these types of Japanese movies that I thought I had to talk about. I just speak about in this kind of fashion. So yes, there was this kind of storytelling where it gets pretty wild. And yes, of course, the Golden Bat wants to do the not right thing, wants to help people. And yes, this again, no surprising, it's a sci-fi kind of a thing. Which a lot of these types of movies that tend to me, a lot of the superhero type stuff that tend to be sci-fi kind of thing anyway to begin with. So there's that, quite obviously. Anyway, and that's the thing though. I know these types of movies are often using some kind of formula when it comes to this kinds of stuff, which of course, it's no surprising. So yes, obviously the Japanese want to do their own superhero kind of a thing, and a lot of people are. Even this kind of thing is still a very popular genre anyway. This film is very notable for its blend of science fiction and superhero elements and put together, thus making it this cult classic in the Japanese art culture. So that's definitely the thing. It's a superhero film. It was released a while back, and this movie is often considered to be one of the first superhero movies when it comes to Japan, I reckon. So okay, that's definitely is a thing of sure. And this is definitely a, a story that's basically centered around this group of these scientists that unearth this superhuman mummy named the Golden Bat, and as an attempt to save the world from this evil alien threat. In the grand scheme of things, that's what this movie is trying to center around. And yes, of course, it's a pretty wild movie in some little way. And yes, quite clearly, they're trying to be creative with what they have. And yeah, I know this is not really the most big budget type movie that a lot of people are accustomed to, but that's okay though. I personally don't mind it really when it comes to this kind of a thing. So yeah, ultimately, what I can say is that this is one of the type of movies I've been meaning to review anyway. It's just that I haven't gotten to this for quite some time because just I've got myself a lot of stuff to do. Just get busy and things just keep piling up, and that's the thing though. Oh, sure, it's just might as well just get to it already and just get it done. Because like I said, it's something I've been meaning to do to begin with. Yes, of course, there's gonna be one of these types of movies. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, really, but I just want to talk about it anyway because following trends isn't really my thing, really. I do what I want. If I feel like doing this kind of stuff, I'm gonna. But anyway, yes, of course, this might be a low budget feature. Yes, if the special effects may not be all that high, sure. But still, though, I just thought I'd just talk about this because I like low budget stuff. I tend to review quite a few of this kind of stuff anyway. But okay, sure. And yes, quite obviously, it may not have the biggest budget in the world, like I was saying, but still, though, because considering the fact that they're just trying to be creative with what they have here. And as for the Golden Bat himself, when it comes to his design, I like it. I like his design, the overall look. Yeah, there's like so much creativity in the grand scheme of things when it comes to his overall design. His suit, his cape, and all that. Of course, I got to talk about it because that's just how his cape is, really. But okay, I can definitely say that's something. I didn't think that I would ever actually talk about this one because it just comes off like it was taking me forever to actually get to it. I reckon. But like I said, this is based on a manga series, and it just seemed like okay, let's throw that there. Just by the way, folks. So yes, the thing is that, like I was saying, it just seems like I was going to take forever. It seemed like it was going to take forever for this kind of a thing to actually get to it because it's just things keep piling up, folks. That's what I'm trying to get at. Things just keep piling up when it comes to just talking about certain movies for this channel. When it comes to talking about like any kind of movie, sometimes yes, it would take me quite a while, even though I might have seen certain movies a while back. And this is definitely one of those movies. It's definitely one of those types of movies I've been meaning to talk about. It's one of those movies I've been meaning to talk about. It's just that it just took me quite a while to actually get to it. So here I am, finally got to this movie, definitely. So here we are, I suppose. Mm, I wanted to do this. Okay, aside from the fact it's low budget and it's obscure, but also because it has something to do with Asian cinema. I like reviewing Asian cinema, just anything from that some part of the world, whether it's Japan, Korea, whatever the case may be. It's just something I wanted to talk about because I tend to watch old movies anyway, and it's been a good minute or two since I've spoken about when it comes to foreign cinema, which I've spoken about before, so I just figured it's not gonna make any difference now. Might as well get to it. In the grand scheme of things, when it comes to foreign cinema, they can be pretty creative in their own way. It just depends what that is. Quite obviously, some of these directors don't have that much money, like I was saying earlier, to work with, and this definitely is the case here. They don't have a lot of money to work with, really, like hardly at all, which just means they just have to get creative with the costumes, the uniforms, the sets, you name it. They just have to get creative with it. So there's that, of course. And yes, I can say the camera angles actually work for this film. The camera angles and the entire production looks and just feels lively. They're trying to put so much energy throughout the entire story, and in a lot of ways, of course, I can definitely say that they did succeed in what they were trying to aim for in the grand scheme of things, because you can definitely see that there's a lot of effort. This film does look professionally done. Yes, like I said, of course, quite clearly, the budget may not be all the way there. It's not one of these Michael Bay type movies where it's CGI heavy and whatnot. It's not one of those, or like James Cameron would do. No, that's definitely not the case here. Of course, he's not one of these Transformer type movies. It's not like one of the Avatar type movies where it's just really, really CGI heavy. Unfortunately, yes, that's not the case here. Well, I don't care for James Cameron or Michael Bell movies anyway, to begin with, but that's besides the point. It's just that there's not a whole lot of money budget that can actually work with this movie. So they just had to find ways to get creative, just exercise the creativity, I guess you can say. Like, just trying to make through what we're trying to aim for in the grand scheme of things, of course. When you think about it. And they would put a lot of effort in this movie in the sense that you can see that those quite crazy camera angles, quite crazy characters throughout the entire thing, which I thought was cool. I like that. I like them trying to get creative with this kind of a thing. Sure, why not? Anyway, I can definitely say that this is something I wouldn't mind recommending, especially if you're into like superhero stuff. That's for sure. Especially if you're into some superhero stuff, and and that's the thing though. This can definitely have some kind of appeal for some people, quite obviously, because yes, there are people out there who are into this superhero stuff, and even though I'm not one of them really, I'm not really one of those people whatsoever. Yet I keep coming to this genre. However, the thing is that I can definitely say is the story is what matters. Ultimately, the thing that the only thing that really matters is the story. As far as I'm concerned, that's what's important. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, I guess. Sure, whatever. I did think that they were trying to make as good as a film as they could with what little what they had for this case. So there's that. And I want to explore more Asian cinema anyway because it's been a good while since I've done that. Anyway, it's not that I haven't done it before because I clearly have. It's just that it's not very often, really. I'll talk about these kinds of Western or foreign type movies, of course. I'll just try and get some variety. In other words, have a variety of different stuff to watch, of course, and review quite clearly. So anyway, yes, of course, I got to talk about the special effects. The special effects, for again, for its worth, aren't too shabby for the time period it was made. The special effects aren't too bad considering when this was made. So there was that. Just letting you know, yes, it's not gonna be really up par with a lot of people, but again, considering when it was made, the special effects are actually quite good. Which is not too shabby for what they're trying to aim for with the little they have, of course. Anyway, in the grand scheme of things, I didn't think it was too shabby. I like the pacing of this. The pacing of this movie isn't too bad either, really. Because there's not one moment where I felt that, okay, it got boring, let's just get on with it. No, that's not the case here, of course. The pacing was quite nice throughout the entire thing. So it's not like one of those type of movies that you feel like it dragged on and on and on. Let's get to the damn point, really. Thankfully, that's not the case here. The pace isn't too bad. I mean, yes, quite clearly, there's lots of scenes. There's quite a few scenes in the movie where there's lots of talking and then more talking, followed by the more talking. And yes, that might bother some people, but still, the pacing as a whole isn't too bad. Man, unless you want to talk about somebody that's the patience of a fruit fly. So that was that, I reckon. But nevertheless, the pacing for its worth, it's not too shabby in the grand scheme of things. Oh, definitely. In case anyone's wondering, yes, I've seen this in its original format. It's not some dubbed movie. That's the thing, folks. I've seen this in the original format. It's not the dubbed version whatsoever. I tend to want to watch these types of movies in the original format because a lot of the dialogue has been changed. So as a result, the story itself could be changed as well because of that, which ultimately can ruin the experience in a lot of ways because the way that a dubbed version could be done could be completely different compared to the the original version, which has happened before. The story itself could be changed so much, it might as well be a different thing. And I don't like that really. I don't like it with the fact they would just change it for whatever stupid reason that they could think of. So thankfully, I just watched the original version in its entirety, the way it should be watched, because you get the way to you see the movie the way it was originally intended, of course, and that's definitely is the case here. I will definitely say that this is how it's supposed to be seen with the subtitles, I guess. You can always read the subtitles, I guess. Which, yes, I do realize that subtitles can be a bothersome for a lot of people. The subtitles can be pretty annoying. You have to read what's on the screen here, which, personally speaking, I didn't mind it really. Because I guess, for one, I got accustomed to this, the subtitles and everything. But if something is intended to be a certain way, then just leave it alone. You don't need to change every aspect of the film for just to westernize it, I guess. But whatever. And maybe it's just me again. I guess it's just me. But still, I prefer to watch these types of movies in the original format, in the way it was originally intended as usual. Not to, that's maybe just me, I guess. But don't try to tweak it up just because for whatever dumb reason. Okay, that aside, I'm just going off a tangent there. This movie wasn't too shabby for what they were trying to aim for. Yes, the whole superhero aspect and whatnot. As I mentioned earlier, folks, yes, there's not a really a whole lot that I really know about the Golden Bat before watching this movie. Yes, this is from a manga series originally. There's also an anime series based around this kind of concept. Sure, that's definitely is a thing. But I've never watched the anime version, never the manga version as well. So ultimately, I'm just gonna pretty much go into this blind, nor zip, zilch, nothing about what happened previously. So yes, this character has been around for quite some time. That's definitely is what I would say. That it's definitely quite obscure in the sense that a lot of people in the United States anyway do not really talk about it really at the end of the day. So okay, yeah, no, it can be like a weird kind of a thing really when it comes to the storyline. Yes, there's this group of scientists, of course, and these aliens trying to take over the whatever the land they can grab on, I guess. But yes, it's definitely really crazy in a way. But okay, the Golden Bat himself is supposed to be the hero. The hero is trying to do the right thing. The hero himself is trying to make sure that the town is safe. Is trying to make the city safe. The hero wants to make sure that the villains are beaten. The hero himself is trying to make sure that the bad people are punished. Of course, trying to do all the right things as they should, of course. So yeah, that's superhero elements. It's just that the director had added their own touch to this kind of a thing. Because why not? You can be creative in their own way. And that's definitely the thing here when it comes to this movie. Sure, why not, I guess. Anyway, alright, yes, let me just wrap things up here, folks. But again, yes, quite clear, I do appreciate anybody for watching these types of videos and whatnot. Yes, again, I know this is not exactly the most popular thing out there, but whatever. I'll just do my whatever I want. It's my damn channel, and I do whatever the hell I want. Oh, definitely. Anyway, like I was attempting to say is that I'll give this film, The Golden Bat, an overall rating of a 7.2 out of 10. It's a 7.2 out of 10 for me. So of course, as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Till next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.